What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. I thought I'd have this water shooken up before my countdown ended, but they cheated me. How's everybody doing tonight? So, this topic, I'm sure, is going to have a lot of equal opinions from both sides of the spectrum, right? This is not my original idea. I got this idea from Josh Galt. If you guys are not following Josh Galt, really do recommend you guys give him a follow. Very, very knowledgeable, chock full of lots of valuable information. I've only been subscribed for like a week and learned a lot from him. So definitely check him out. So how you guys like that thumbnail, right? I don't have 12 fingers. It's AI, guys, but had to make the thumbnail on the fly. So the guy's got 12 fingers in there. It's not really me. So let's get that weirdness out of the way. Jay, what's going on, bro? Welcome. Jay Wonders, long time no see. How you doing? The Flipping Genius, what's good, my G? How you doing? Appreciate you coming and hanging out. Craig, what's going on, bro? Welcome. So I'll give people a few more minutes to come join the party, and we can get started talking about the topic at hand. So I hope sales are going well for everybody. Big changes also coming to my reselling business. If you guys want to see what's going on, the big changes coming up, check out the video that's coming out tomorrow. That's really going to be nothing unlike anything I've ever done before. As far as the results that's going to come from it. So yeah, change the name of your channel, huh? Nice. Well, you didn't change your profile picture, so we still know it's you, buddy. But yeah, that's going to be along the lines with the branding that you're trying to do. So very smart move. Definitely think that's a good way to go. Deborah, what's going on? Shannon, what's going on? Hello from Toronto. Place I'll never be able to go, unfortunately. Stupid felonies. Aretha Franklin, I heard this name earlier in Josh Galt's channel. Said hi. I've been watching Josh for a few months. He speaks highly of you, and I speak highly of Josh as well. This is not like reseller YouTuber, let's make friends thing. Like, I really do think Josh provides very good value. So if you guys are not subscribed to him, really go check him out. Miss Lachey, what's going on? How are you? Hope you're doing well. On Stormwatch in Florida. Yeah, I know, I see it. Hopefully you guys, are prepared and you make it through, and I will be praying for the whole state. Exhausted Octopus, what's up? Packing my order for tomorrow while having your stream on. Nice. What'd you sell? Jared, what's going on, bud? I don't know if you got the message back in the Discord. I think you figured it out with your Chrome extensions, but you can also download the apps of whatever it is that you want, and they will be on your computer, and you'll have the icon pop up on your home screen. Sandra, what's going on? You joined, or Sandra, I'm sorry. We have a member of the Patreon. Sandra, you joined what today? And I hope you get value from whatever it is that you joined. He seems very smart. Yeah, I think so. Deep Journey, hello from Massachusetts. Welcome. Hello, on a work trip and made time for a stop at the Ben's in Morgantown, West Virginia. Nice. Hopefully you find some good stuff. You can never go wrong with the Ben's. So the other day I went to the Ben's and found some pretty good stuff, right? I'm gonna leave the bulk of that for after tomorrow's video comes out, and you guys will see the huge changes coming in the video. Exhausted Octopus says, I'm doing retail arbitrage, mainly electronics. Nice. I have the program. I'm listing now, but I do not have the icons on my computer. Do you know how to fix that? Did you? Well, so I guess with those programs in specific, there are no icons. So what you can do is you can just drag the web browser, like you can make a shortcut and drag that to your home screen. That's going to be the most optimal way besides just saving it on your toolbar, which is I would think the best route to go is to just have the website favorite it to your toolbar. Do you remember those two Bodylink Speedo swimming jackets? I absolutely do. We listed for 60 bucks. Got an offer for 39.99. I was tempted to take it, but with swim season, thought a little more. Well, see, this is the thing. Swim season is over this weekend. So do you want to hang on to them till next year? Or do you want to take the money and run? Because you got them at the bend, so not a lot of money invested into them, and $40 is a great profit. Although I do think I remember seeing some of those sales comps like higher than that. So I'm gonna leave that up to you, my friend, and definitely I'm happy that you can sell them. Me personally, I would take the money and run. Hey Norm, how you doing? Drafting and listening from LA. That's what's LA is in like Louisiana or LA is in Los Angeles. Patreon. What's your name, Sandra? In the Patreon. And welcome. Tony B, my guy. What's going on? How you doing? Talking about some Texas is close to St. Louis. Bro, it's not. It's really not. It took me like 12 hours to drive there, man. And then you want to know what the most difficult part about the drive was my ex-girlfriend's car did not have windshield wiper fluid. So all the bugs that kept smashing the windshield were like literally making the windshield like not visible to see out of. And it's not that I couldn't go buy windshield wiper fluid. The jets wouldn't push the windshield wiper fluid onto the windows. So like I had to stop at every gas station I could to like clean the windshield off, man. It was horrible. Los Angeles. Okay. Matter of fact, that wasn't even a Texas drive. That was a Dolphin Island drive. We drove to Orange Beach, but still a bad driving situation. Sandra 44. That's the name of your in the Discord. I don't think I met you yet. How long ago did you join? And welcome. Welcome to the Patreon. I don't see your name in there, Sandra. If you just joined today. But I do look forward to getting to know you and helping you grow your business. What up, fam? How do you list 50 a day? I feel like I can sit down for an hour at a time and need to take a break. LOL. The 50 a day is easy, right? It's the 90 a day that's killing me. So but I don't do my listing anymore. So I did 70 a day for the longest time by myself, no listers, no help, no nothing, right? I got up to doing 70 a day and then I started hiring listers to help me with the listing. Now I have a lister. I send him 90 sets of photos. All I do now is take the photos and I revise 50 listings every day to give them a better title because their titles are garbage. They try their best, but they just can't write a title that converts. And then essentially, since they're selling similar from all my current listings, nothing needs to be changed in the item specifics. I just make sure the measurements are right, the size tag is correct, and I add a description, which is just a simple blurb. Every listing gets the same description. I make the price, and the shipping method is already picked. So it takes me about a minute to do a listing. And so it just comes with, having a store with optimized listings that you can sell similar from. I don't copy anyone else on eBay's listings but my own listings. If I've never sold the item before, I can still sell similar from something inside my store that looks the same. And I don't overcomplicate it. I'll be spending more time in videos going over processes, so that could be a dedicated video coming up in the near future. Starting Friday. Okay, let me catch back up here. You just joined today. Okay, so yeah, we'll get you taken care of and get you a store review tomorrow morning in my morning call. The morning call is moving to 7 a.m. Central Time. So 7 a.m. be there. Or if you can't attend, go to the store reviews tab, drop your store link in there, and I'll record your store review and you can watch it on the replay. Yeah, Marcus, when you checked the comps were $65, so I figured a bit more. I know it's a good profit. I'm probably kicking myself. I counted at $49.99 and we'll see. Yeah, good luck on them counters, man. I have no luck. Koi boy, what's up? How you doing? Appreciate you coming hanging out. Next time you go to Orange Beach, holler at me. I'm in North Alabama, so you'll drive close. Yeah. If I'd have known you then, I would have swung by. Uh Starting Friday, I have a tryout with a local real estate company to do their trash outs. Nice. It's in a wealthy area, so we'll see how it goes. Hey man, prayers go up, man. We'll see how it goes. Let us know. How does Goodwill determine what goes into the bins versus on the rack hanging? So for the most part, it's going to be an influx of stuff that made it through their markdown sales, or just a lot of donations they can't sort through at that time. So stuff that makes it through all the discounts, like yellow tag, green tag, red tag. After it makes it through all that, it has a time frame that it needs to sell in, and if it doesn't sell, then they liquidate it at the bins. That's the way that they keep their store fresh and inventory turning over. Because if they have the same stuff on the shelf all the time, customers are not going to come back. And then say like you have a bin or a Goodwill that just gets a boatload of donations all the time. They're going to just automatically fire sell that stuff straight through the bins. I mentioned once we snagged a true brush popper for $1 at a garage sale. We sold it the other day for 125 bucks. Nice. Can never go wrong with true brush poppers. Somewhat staffing. If they can sort it out, it goes on the rack. If not, it goes to the bins. That's also true. 7 a.m. That's early. It is early, but I'd rather get up and get my day started and get you guys off on the right foot, and then not have to stop my workday to come back to my house to do the morning call. Whatever you are doing for resellers is a blessing, and people should be thankful that you do it. Uh, yeah, I'm trying, bro. What's up, Derek and Jasmine? I gave you guys a little shout out for the step stool that you guys use in your videos. You're the reason why I got a step stool, man. Safety first. Loot fam, my guy. I've heard reports of Goodwill buying bales of clothing for their bins too. Buying bins to like bells to put in the bins. Hmm, that's very interesting. Uh, but I mean, you're in that wholesale game, so I would think that you would know. Uh, I'm gonna trust your word. How do you how do you know what a brush popper? Yeah, it says it on it. It literally says Wrangler brush popper. There's no way to confuse it. You can't think you have a brush popper and don't know that you have a brush popper. One thing that I see at the bands, vintage tees and Levi's. Yeah, absolutely. Torrance, what's going on, bro? Yeah, from smaller. No, I know. I wasn't trying to say that you were like, in the know with like Goodwill bins, but I just know that you're in the wholesale game, so you would have ears to the streets. Because in my opinion, that's a whole different category than like people going to the thrift. There's people that have their ear to the streets as in far as going to the racks, and then there's people that have their ear to the streets as far as doing rag houses. You have a leg up on me. I don't do rag houses. I do the bins, but you have a whole different set of skills that I don't have, uh, which is why Loot Fam is another channel you guys should check out. He's got like 10, 11,000 subscribers right now, so definitely go give him a sub. If you want to know anything about vintage anything, he's going to be the one, especially denim. Yeah, Jasmine loves that stuff. She's the one that I was talking about. I said, I see Jasmine use this all the time in the What Sold videos, and it made me get one. People sleeping on brush poppers, absolutely. Currently watching your live and doing listings to be scheduled September 1st. Hey, let's go. So let's get into the topic real quick about, are YouTube resellers ruining the industry, right? This is a very heated and often debated topic. Oftentimes people come to my comment section and flame me and roast me and give me a lot of grief about it. So I feel like after Josh's video this morning, or his live stream this morning, he made a lot of quality points. There's a lot of resellers that's been in the game that I've noticed have pivoted away from doing like bolos and like what solds and like things like that. And so for me personally, right, from my experience of me, just Marcus Dixon's Pickens, putting out content in the St. Louis area, I know for a fact I'm hurting my business. 1000%, no doubt about it. I'm hurting my business by putting out YouTube videos. Case in point being, there are several YouTubers or several people that have come up to me within the last 2 weeks They're like, I watch your videos, man. I watch your videos. And they're there in the same bins that I am, pulling out stuff that I would be picking up if they weren't there. Right. So I know for a fact I'm hurting my business. There's a member of the community that's in my Patreon, him and his wife, when they go there. I know for a fact I get less stuff because I went behind his wife and didn't find anything in the bins. And I gave her her props. You know what I mean? So, like, I know that for a fact I'm hurting my business by putting out what sold videos, right? I know that in the drop of YouTube resellers, I'm only making a drop, but all together we make a big ripple, right? So with Goodwill watching YouTube videos, they know to price items up. With YouTube resellers all watching each other's videos, we know what items to grab. With resellers in general, new resellers, seasoned resellers, watching YouTube videos to find out what other people are selling, we all collectively create thousands, maybe even millions of people to compete with us on the online market. Now, just because I find something in my area doesn't mean you're going to be able to go out and find the same thing. And if I find it in one condition, you might find it in another condition, right? So that doesn't always mean that categorically this is the same for everyone, right? So with people making content, right? There's a couple of different things that happen. We give value to the community, right? Because now someone that's new to the game can have a leg up with some type of items. Okay, I've seen so and so sell this item for this much. I know to pick it up. But as soon as that item is told to hundreds and thousands of people, it instantly devalues the item, right? So while you may get lucky enough to find items, there's been bolos, quote unquote bolos, that someone has told me about when I first got started that they sold for 50, 60 bucks. That by the time that I found that item, it was only going for $15 because it took me 3 months to find this item and the market is totally flooded and saturated. You know what I mean? Mother jeans. Mother jeans can still sell for a good item or for good money, right? But by the time that I found my first pair of mother jeans, those things only sold for 40 bucks. That's still an awesome price, not complaining. But when I first heard of mother jeans, they were selling for like 120 used. So this is part of the monotony that we as YouTube resellers uh we put out in the atmosphere. I'm not saying what we're doing is right or wrong because we're helping people. And if it wasn't for me learning from other YouTube resellers about, half the stuff that I learned about, I wouldn't be half as far along as I am in my business. So I'm very thankful for it. I know there's tons of people that have told me in my comment section that they're thankful for the knowledge that, I'm sharing with them. So I know it's helping people, right? But at the end of the day, there's so much things. And so I'm not saying that we're ruining reselling. It was just a catchy title to get people in to watch the video and to give feedback on it with me, right? It's just marketing for the video. But I do want to have this conversation, you know what I mean? So like I know that there's going to be a ton of people that get value from others sharing bolos and sharing items, right? But I'm not like a huge YouTuber, you know what I mean? I'm not getting paid thousands and thousands of dollars off YouTube videos. So at the end of the day, every time that I put something out there that then I see people picking up, I know that that's one less item that I could have sold for good money. While that doesn't matter as much because I know thousands of brands that I can sell for good money, it does matter. You know what I mean? Like we are hurting ourselves by putting this information out there. But is the trade-off worth it? Because we're helping people. We're helping someone that in in retrospect wouldn't have been able to sell that item had you not told them about it. Or they might have found it, but it would have took them a while to find it. So I know for me, I'm a felon. I don't have very many opportunities, right? I've tried to get good jobs, right? Once they find out I'm a felon, the door's shut right in my face. So I don't have a college education. I have personal training certification. That's pretty much a piece of paper, man. That's worthless, right? So this is the way that I can make money by creating a business reselling stuff online, right? And while you still got to go out there and put in the footwork, you still got to look for the items and you still got to I got the advantage over the bulk of the people at the bins because the most of them are just looking at the top of the bins and like just moving a chunk full of clothing and then moving on to the next bin, right? Hardly ever is the good stuff on top of the bin. You got to dig. So like, while we are creating competition, uh, every time we put an item out that sells for good money, in the grand scheme of things, we do have to go out and put the work in. We do have to look up thousands and thousands of items to find the things that people are not talking about. You know what I mean? There's definitely items out there that sell for great money nobody's talking about. Let's see. Came across a nice lady giving away a free bag of men's 3032 jeans. Had a new pair of Y2K South Pole in there and some Arizona Urban Pipeline. Sold them quick. Yeah, that's nice. Good job. What's up, Joe? Okay, so now I'm confused. I went and looked it up on eBay and none of the ones I saw said brush popper on the tags. Just Google it. I promise you they say brush popper on it. It's a whole line of it might not say it on the tag, but it does say it somewhere, and it's a actual line of Wrangler shirts called Wrangler Brush Popper. I've actually Googled it on this live stream before. I'm gonna get caught up on this chat and then we could go back to it. Nope, most resellers don't watch YouTube content. It's like with delivery, gig economy, DoorDash, and Instacart, whatnot. Everybody doing it don't watch. I'm not saying everybody does, but there's a large demographic of YouTube resellers that do watch. I don't watch YouTube reselling or YouTube reselling videos simply because I don't have the time to watch videos anymore. If it's not listenable, I can't watch it because I don't have time to sit there and watch TV. I don't have time to sit there and watch Bolo videos. But I'd rather go out and find out the information on my own because the Bible says, give a man the fish he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he can feed himself forever. And that's not like exactly the scripture, but that's the gist of it. Right. So if it's good enough in the Bible, it's good enough for me. I can teach you how to go out and do it. I can teach you how to look up comps. I can teach you how to look up sell through. I can teach you all that stuff. But me telling you to go sell Levi's, that's great. There's thousands and thousands of pairs, almost a million pair of Levi for sale on eBay. It's a saturated market. You know what I mean? So there's going to be people out there that sell them for $10. That's the name of the game. We had a problem with Goodwill turning down donations in high school. I'm high school friends with the manager of my local. She helped me get all extra sent to the bins instead of turned away at all local Goodwills. That's cool. Finally caught a live while cooking dinner. What's up, Christy? How you doing? Yeah, Jay Endeavor's Facebook Marketplace alerts always come through when needed. That's what I need to do. I need to like really get into them Facebook Marketplace notifications in the local groups. I saw one that had Brush Popper in the title, actually said it on the shirt. So are these people describing their shirts wrong? It's like people that say vintage for items that were made in 2008. There's no vintage police. There's no Brush Popper police. You can call an item whatever you want to call it, but the people that are in the know are in the know, and they'll know that it is what it is, and they'll know that it ain't what it ain't. So you can have a vintage snapback hat all day and just put St. Louis Rams hat, but if it's got a shark tooth pattern on it and someone knows that that's valuable, they're going to catch you slipping and you're going to sell it for $12 when it's worth 100. So it's just one of those things, man. Like if you know, you know. You know what I mean? Does it create competition? Yes, in more people are in the know, but ruining reselling, not in my opinion. Shout out to your new addition of the family, and that was dope. Your oldest got skin in the game with the unit. Uh that's not any family member of mine. That's actually just some kid that he's so the guy that I know is his uncle. That's how I got him to work with me. Um, but he's just a friend of a friend, or he's family of a friend. So, but yeah, right on, appreciate it. Hey Hillary, I don't know if you watched yesterday's video. How do you pronounce? I'm gonna put the word in here. Saga Tuck, I think. I think that's how you spell it. On probably badgering it. Maybe it's not it. Saga Tuck, maybe. I don't know. It's some city up there around yonder where you stay at, I'm sure. I put it in the video and asked you to tell me how to pronounce it, but it was almost at the end of the video. So if you did or didn't, you probably didn't watch it all the way through. Someone commented on one of our videos saying resellers are bottom feeders. That's the general consensus, though, is that we're bottom feeders. But at the end of the day, that's just someone that has hard feelings. Is it true? No. Are we doing something good for the planet that even big business is doing right now? Yeah, Levi's, Patagonia, everybody else is buying back their old stuff and reselling it. You know what I mean? Because it's all about sustainability and saving the planet nowadays. So, like the new generation, people that are like 19, 20, that's what they care about. So, if you want to stick around and have longevity and appease the new demographic of shoppers, you got to get with the program. You know what I mean? Back in the 70s, wasn't nobody worried about saving the planet. So they were throwing stuff in the landfill at copious amounts. So while they may look at us as bottom feeders, we're actually saving the planet in small amounts. You know what I mean? Like we're definitely throwing away too much stuff still, but at least we can do something because the recycling ain't saving the planet like they thought it would either. It might not come when you want it, but it's right on time. Yeah. What's up, Don P? How you doing? If you remember me telling you about pirate ship having cheaper prices for Tyvek priority, 2 to 3 pounds, than flat rate, appears it was a pricing error because I don't see that savings any longer. I had not actually tried. I actually forgot that you said that. Um, but at least I didn't try it and get let down, right? One thing Goodwill doesn't get, just because it's Nike doesn't mean it will sell for 25 bucks. Right. That's the thing. Not everything inside of every category sells for great money, or inside of every brand sells for great money. Not all Nike's going to sell for good money. Not all Polo is going to sell for good money. But if you find the right pieces inside those brands, $100, $1,000 bills, you just got to find the right one. Some Levi's sell for $5,000. Not not all Levi's sell for $5,000. You know what I mean? Case in point, somebody posted in one of these Levi's groups that Goodwill was charging 25 bucks for a pair of Levi's. You know what I mean? Like that's what we're out there dealing with. And part of that is YouTube resellers putting stuff on blast, telling the stores what they're missing out on. You know what I mean? So we got to deal with that as a result of sharing the knowledge with people. We're also sharing knowledge with our supplier, and we're letting them know that they're tripping, that they're missing out on easy money. Might be helping in the short term. Yeah, that's the thing. In the short term, if I could tell you where to find one item at one time, or if I can tell you that this one item sells once, say, Madewell jeans used to sell for 50, 60 bucks for a pair of jeans. Now you can't sell Madewell jeans for $15. I mean, someone's probably getting 30 bucks out of them, but I'm not. So that's just another thing, like I can tell you about it, but once everybody knows about it, everybody knows about it. So now the supply becomes more than the demand does. And I'm from the streets, right? When I used to do illegal stuff in the streets, when I was the only one around with it, I could charge whatever I wanted with it. But then when I put the whole hood on, everybody had it, and you had to give it away. You know what I mean? Or you had to like make it better than everybody else's. The same principles apply in business, right? If there's less of it to go around, you can sell it for more. It'll sell faster. People will buy it up. But if 20,000 people have the same thing, they don't need it from you. They can go get it from someone else that's selling it cheaper. And the same thing applies on eBay. So um, that's just how it is. Own it. Using the things that other people throw away, making a profit. Let people be miserable. Actually, I totally agree with that. Light up those thumbs. Thank you. I'm all for vocalizing the fact that I'm a reseller. I don't care what anybody thinks about it. I don't have any shame about it. I'm proud of it. Not in a prideful, boastful way, but I love what I do for a living. And I think that everybody should do it to some degree. The best Goodwill bins finds are the straight donations they miss, like Snap-on jacket I sold last week. Yeah, when it's unsorted, it's definitely going to be better. Because they haven't gone through it. But in my bins, they don't sort through it like that. They skim through it, right? Case in point, there was a computer, a laptop out in the bins the other day, and one of the managers was walking through the floor, and he's like, "This ain't even supposed to be out here because it's got people's personal information on it." You know what I mean? So there's thousands and thousands of items flowing through this Goodwill bins that they're not checking all that stuff. They don't have the manpower to scan every item and look every item up in the back. Are they doing it at some stores and some to some capacity? Absolutely. Are they doing it to the degree that we can't still get good items? Not at all. I don't think resellers on YouTube and other platforms hurt reselling. I do think it's changed the game. Absolutely. I think it does affect how long an item is a bolo for. I think that without a shadow of a doubt. What's up, Key? I think that if I sit up here on my channel and I'm a small YouTuber, if I sit up here on my channel and I say baby bot pajamas sell for $100, you can guarantee that there's going to be 500 pairs of baby bot pajamas on the market, and they probably aren't even selling. But just because I said it, someone's going to take it at face value and go out and start looking up baby bot pajamas. Now, I'm not saying that's a real bolo. I'm just throwing something silly out there like that. You know what I mean? I could say, Element skateboard trucks are going for 600 bucks right now because so and so and so and so was riding one. And it sounds very believable. You know what I mean? But I don't know anything about Element skateboards or skateboard trucks, or and I don't know one current skateboarder, but I can make something up and make it sound real good, and everybody be looking for Element skateboard trucks. If people having issues with resellers, they'll have to hate Walmart, Target, and other retailers too. They get items for pennies compared to what they're selling it for. That's true. I don't think that's not the topic of discussion though. The topic at hand is, are resellers making the market? Are resellers hurting the market by talking about YouTube resellers in general, not just resellers, YouTube resellers? Are they hurting the market by talking about items that sell on their channels? That's the topic of discussion. What's up, Ashley? How you doing? I just spent $1,000 on inventory. Man, I hope you got some good stuff, bro. Competition is in every industry. To stay relevant, businesses adapt, change, and innovate. Exactly. And for more on that topic, watch tomorrow's video. My whole business is getting ready to change. Everything I do is getting ready to change. Dude, you inspire me to go and get it every day. Thank you. Right on, Andrew. Appreciate it, man. That's what the channel is here for, is to help and motivate and teach and teach a man to fish. What's up, Flipping Nostalgia? How you doing? New name for me. Sometimes it doesn't say brush popper, but most of the time it does. Okay, so I stand corrected. I'm definitely not the most knowledgeable of guys on this topic, especially because I just recently heard of brush popper within the last 2-3 months. So from what I knew from Google, when I looked up brush popper tags, it said it on there. So Torrance, thank you for the correction. R Jolly says, "Hey Marcus, love your content. Any idea on how many drafts I can save? I have about 300 and list 10 per day, but I think I may have just lost a few. Thank you." So the people are saying 250, but I've gotten over that before. Let's just see how many I have right now, because right now I'm at 233. But my lister doesn't want me to get over 250. So I would start scheduling some of those and just keep it around 250 so you don't risk losing any, just in case it is a thing. Now, I heard you can go up to like 5,000. I know Tekken Sports has gotten well over 250 and he wasn't losing any of them. But just to be on the safe side, you might just want to start scheduling anything past 250. We went to Salvation Army today, and literally the lady ahead of us grabbed a real brush popper off the rack before we could get it. Asked her if she was for sure going to get it, and sadly she said yes. Yeah. She probably watches YouTube and knew that it was valuable. Jennifer says hi to Joe. Folks ain't willing to do the learning or work to drastically affect reselling. I tell guys at work how I've started making over $500 extra a week working 2 hours per day. None have started. That's the thing. This isn't for everybody, right? Not everybody is interested in doing this. Do you know how many times somebody told me that they resold before I understood what reselling even meant? I knew people were out here making thousands of dollars reselling stuff, and it had no bearing on me. I had no interest in going to the thrift store and buying something and flipping it. I had zero interest in it, and now it's what I do for a living. Mainly because I didn't understand what it meant. I didn't understand. I thought that they were going out and buying stuff like, an antique dresser and like having to flip that. Like, while that's an avenue of it, I thought that that's what it took. I didn't understand that reselling simply just meant buying something for lower and selling it at a higher price. I really didn't grasp the whole concept of it, right? And so that was my fault because I some people were telling me about this 5, 6 years ago when the category when there was less competition out there. And if I'd have jumped in on it then, it would have been totally different for me. When you blame others, you give up your power to change. Robert Anthony. That's a nice quote. Yeah, people do place the blame. People do love to take away the fact that they don't want to just admit I'm just too lazy to go out and look thousands of items up till I find a good item. People don't talk about that, right? They get mad at the YouTubers, they get mad at the resellers, they get mad at the people that are having success because they're too lazy to implement the strategies needed to have the same success. And so that's why in my business, I can get bolos all day long from watching YouTube videos, but nothing has been more rewarding inside of my business than me literally going out and making thousands of, searches in eBay, finding items that are trash and finding items that are good. You know what I mean? And so part of the way that I learned most of the brands that I know now is by making YouTube videos. By making all those bins videos that I did for a year straight, I looked up thousands and thousands and thousands upon thousands of items for YouTube content. And I learned thousands of brands that I wouldn't have known if I was not making YouTube content. And I gave it all away on the channel. You know what I mean? Because somebody needs to know that stuff. Now, did I create tons of competition for myself? Absolutely. Because my bins were way more emptier in those days than they are now. But that's just the name of the game. If I wasn't putting the content out, somebody else is going to put it out. Uh, Ray and I both sell in different categories. He's making Ben's videos every single day. That well, not every day, but he's making Ben's videos all the time. So that's two different people from my Ben's making YouTube videos, drawing more competition to that particular location. Um, it just is what it is, man. Let me see. I missed one. Uh, I rather sell items that people are looking for so long. I've had people give my rating and say they looked for years for an item and I had it. So we're helping more than causing harm. I get that quite often too. True Miss Lachey, eBay allowing us to research solds is just as effective as YouTubers in providing solid stats for competitors. In my opinion, Aretha Franklin, eBay solds are more valuable than a YouTuber saying, I sold this for this, right? Because numbers don't lie. The empirical data sitting there right in front of your face does not lie. A YouTuber could say, I sold this item, but they're not going to tell you how long they sat on it, how much they paid for it, how much how much money they lost on relisting fees and things of that nature, all the stuff that goes into it at the end of the day. And so with why don't you have super chats on? I thought I did. Hmm. It should be on the videos monetized or the live streams monetized, but you don't have to give me any super chats. Um, so with with me making YouTube content, right? I could tell you guys, oh, I'm selling this, I'm selling that, right? Or I'm doing this much, I'm doing that much in sales. But if you guys are not doing everything the same way that I'm doing, you can follow my eBay store all you want. You can put the same items in your eBay store as I do. But if you're not doing everything the same way that I'm doing, you're not going to have the same results that I'm having. So if you're not promoting at the same amount that I promote, you're not running the same coupon that I use, you're not sending the same type of offers as often as I'm sending them. You're not running the same markdown sales verbatim to the T that I'm doing. You're not titling your items the same way that I'm titling them. You will not have the same uh outcome that I have inside my business. You know what I mean? It's so much nuance to this stuff, right? So just finding the same item is not the same as, it's not the same as if I would have found it versus if you found it. There's so much nuance, man. Comes into play. Yep, can't go wrong. Teach a man to fish. I haven't checked yesterday's vid. Be right back. Jasmine's listing right now. Saugatuck. Okay, thank you. I was I said it wrong. I definitely said it wrong. Uh why do people even worry about what people are doing on YouTube if you can't control that? People are going to make videos anyways. Just get good, right? And that's what you would think, man. You would think that people would just spend more time on what matters. I get so many people like coming in my comment section. On a regular basis, man. Case in point, Miss Lachey messaged me privately about someone that was in the comment section this morning talking trash again. And it's like, why get mad at me? I don't work for eBay. I did one sponsored video by eBay and I went against the grain on what they paid me to say. So, like, eBay's giving me no favoritism. Why are you coming complaining to me about what results you're having on eBay? I, if that was the case, I would be a millionaire, guys, if I had some pull with eBay. I don't have no freaking pull with eBay. Don't get mad at me for what eBay's doing to your business. I'm in the same boat as you guys. We're all in this together, man. I promise you that. Um, just stick to eBay shipping. Dang, this is a while back. Sold vintage 501s today for 25 bucks. Unfortunately, Ashley, you probably undersold those, my friend. Don't sell vintage 501s for 25 bucks. Everyone, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Derek. Saving unique and quality clothing, etc., from going to the landfill is the main reason I got into reselling, to be honest. Not to become wealthy. If I can make a few bucks, all the better. That's what I'm talking about, Aerostano. Yeah, I ain't telling nobody where to find what I find. See, that's smart. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with keeping it a good thing a secret. Sorry, I was AFK. Pronounced Saugatuck. Yeah, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. And definitely not telling some guy near me what something is. He has to figure it out himself. So there's nothing wrong with making someone work for it, which is one of the reasons why when someone comes to my Patreon and they're in the Discord and they're asking, how much should I price this for? I get like kind of like a twitch in the eye, right? Like, what did the data say? You know what I mean? But I got to keep it Jesus and I got to be, calm and understand that these people just want help. So I got to help them find out the answers. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I want everybody to learn how to do the work for themselves because then that way you won't need to ask this question again. You won't need to know, what does this item sell for? What does that item sell for? What's a good way to do this? If I teach you, then you never need to ask that question again. Do you use eBay to ship or use other software platforms? I only use eBay. I found in Eliza Cavaletti, Daniela Delavel. It sounds like you're just making up stuff, Norma. Pristine tunic at the bins outside eBay. It sells by $100 to $300. Then at eBay it sells for 19 to 60. Yeah, That's that's a real thing too, right? Some things sell on eBay for pennies on the dollar. Where if you buy it retail, it's like 300 bucks, right? You just can't freaking give away a pair of Talbot's pants for $70 when they cost 150 brand new at the store, but you could sell them for $20. So sometimes that retail price ain't what it is on eBay, that's for sure. Uh Josh Graff says, any suggestions for growing a beginning YouTube channel? I'm at 800 subs and have been putting out 3 vids a week for almost a year. Provide value, right? When I first got on, man, it took me a year to get over a year to get 1,000 subscribers. It took me 6 months to break 100 subscribers because my content sucked. It didn't provide any value, and I was a dude trying to teach people how to do eBay when I didn't know how to do eBay myself. So wasn't nobody watching it. Nobody's falling for the okie doke. If you're selling snake oil, people are going to find out, right? So really, I just had to stop making content trying to teach people how to do something I didn't even know how to do. So I pivoted to making Ben's videos. Now that had a little bit more traction, and I got from 100 to 700 subs in my first year, right? So I'm not the expert on growing a YouTube channel. I took Video Ranking Academy by Think Media Channel. I paid $1,500 for their course on how to grow a YouTube channel, and it provided value. But I don't give credit for my channel's success to their program. It's the basics. You can watch their channel for free and get a. It's the same thing with me. You don't have to join my Patreon. Everything I talk about inside that Patreon, you can get on my channel for free. It's just the condensed version inside the Patreon. So that's what it is with the Video Ranking Academy. It's all condensed into, and then you get the tickets to their Grow with Video Live thing. It's like where they got Alex Hermosi and Gary Vee and all them big YouTubers come talk at it, Mr. Beast and all them. Um, the best thing you can do, Josh, is provide value. If you're getting on there talking about stuff nobody wants to see and you don't have an awesome personality, or like you just like are just monotone like Ben Stein, people's probably not going to watch. But if you can be relatable and talk about things that matter to people, people will naturally gravitate towards you and then have something to say. My channel didn't take off till I made 100K. Then all of a sudden people went, who's this guy? Who's this guy that did six figures on eBay? Then all of a sudden people wanted, they cared about what I had to say. So like if you can touch a topic that people care about, you'll gain traction. I promise you. Put a video out that's trending, thousands of people will watch it, Josh, and you'll get up to 1,000 subs. I promise you. Hey resellers, let's all get graphic print shirts saying I'm a bottom feeder. Wait, never. Buy low, sell high. Same with anything, stocks, cars, homes. It's all the same. Exactly. Constantly expanding your knowledge helps you stay in the game. Also got to be willing to change and pivot when the time comes. Some don't want to change, just complain. That's facts right there, Miss Lachey. You couldn't have said it better. And if you're stuck in the same old ways, doing the same old things, you're going to get the same old results, right? So in order to get something that you've never had, you got to do something you've never done to get it. Period. That's all there is to it, right? So, if you want to keep on doing what you've been doing, don't expect to get drastic different results, because every year prices go up on things and the money you can make from an item goes down because everyone knows about it. So, you just got to pivot. I worked at Goodwill. We had a cap per category. Other than things we priced up, items we had no room for went straight to the bins. Some great vintage too. That's what the thrift store that my brother works at does. They give away all the vintage to the guy that owns a remains place in St. Louis, because it's not what their target demographic is buying. It's tragic because I can't get any of that stuff because they won't sell it to me because my brother works there and they'll think that I'm getting favoritism. Ain't that about it? I got the straight plug if I could get it, but since my brother works there, it's out of the question. If he didn't work there, they would do bulk deals with me. Manager of my bins brought me a 2004 Nike Olympic tracksuit this past Saturday. It sold in 6 hours with 50 plus shipping. Make friends with the staff. That's just one example of their help. Yeah, I wish they was doing that in my bins. They're definitely not showing me no love. I honestly think they're hurting the market. One, the resellers watch these videos and raise their prices. Also, like you said, when you mention an item, people look for it and list it, flooding the market. Yep. What's up, Brian? How you doing? Tammy says, hello, everyone. I never get notice of your lives. Houston here. Welcome. Houston is definitely a fireplace for sourcing. You got it made, Tammy. Tons of bins, big city, lots of people to donate stuff. I don't know why you're not getting notified of the lives. Maybe check your bell notification and make sure it's on all. Love the channel. Well, I love having you here. That's great news. Life of a Reseller says, good day, everybody. Welcome. Grabs and deals. Hello, everyone. My name is Rich. What's up, Rich? Don't forget to slap the like button. That's facts. You have to admit some of the YouTubers are flakes. They only sell part-time and make all their money putting out vids. That's the bulk of the big channels. That's the bulk of them, right? I've got 7,000 subs, guys. I'm not making a lot of money off YouTube, right? My money comes from eBay. My main source of income is eBay. Even the Patreon, like the Patreon and YouTube together don't make in a week what I can make on eBay, right? So I gotta not even they don't even make in 3 days what I make on eBay together, right? So the side projects that I got going on, it's not a good source of income compared to me finding good items and putting them for sale on eBay. So eBay is what I do. I'm not out here trying to trying to, um act like I'm a big YouTube or I'm a big eBay reseller, but I'm only selling like 12 items a week. That's not my business model. There's no money in there for me. So I got to sell as many items as I possibly can every single day. Tammy checked. Well, for the record, Tammy, every Tuesday I go live. Tuesday your time because we're in Central together. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I go live, and then every Thursday I do a podcast with Ray from Good Game Grabs. We alternate channels at 7. So Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm live. Francois says, competition. What the heck? Competition is good, forces self-improvement. Secondhand market is expected to triple by 2027. I'm up for a good challenge, but I'm also out here doing the work myself, though. I'm looking up souls, I'm looking up comps. I'm out here searching for items and I'm feeling quality material. And I'm noticing that this shirt that I found last week or on Monday at the bins that goes for $35 felt like something that was worth me looking up. So I looked it up and I found a new brand that I didn't know about. You know what I mean? I'm out here in the trenches. I'm putting in the work. So if other people are too lazy to get out there and do it, I can't hold your hand to the money. I can teach you how to do it, but I can't make you do the work. So your point is very valid, Francois. Competition is good because it's going to make me do what I got to do to eat and survive. But at the same time, a lot of people out there don't have your mindset. I look up every item I get, but also items that are my bread and butter, just like the vintage 501. Yeah, vintage 501 is easy money. That's a hands down no brainer. I do think you undersold it though, my friend. Vintage 501s I sell for way more than $25. Uh, way more. ATL in the house. Brian, are you from ATL too, man? I get notifications, but not the live. That's super strange. Well, I need you here on the live. So you just write that down in your notebook or you set a reminder on your phone. Weekly reminder, 7 p.m. Tuesdays. If you are going to be in this game, you have to be like an accountant with a calculator and be on the apps looking up comps when you are shopping. Absolutely. It's a lot of work. You know what I mean? It's a lot of work acquiring the knowledge and then retaining the knowledge because you can sell something a year ago for 40 bucks and be like, all right, that's a good brand if I find it again. And then you don't find it again for another year and it's down to $10. So, you got to constantly be refining your processes. You got to constantly be putting in the work and looking up stuff. I got competition, but I'm the only creator I know in my area. So I have no idea who I'm up against in my city. I just know I got to stay vigilant. That's for sure. You want to know something and who's doing what in your city? Look up your zip code and check sold counts on eBay and see how many of the listings are not yours. In my area, I'm selling a boatload of items on eBay. And I live in a town of 39,000. So it's interesting when you see how many items that are selling out there and who's really dominating your area. What's up, Cole? Patreon member. Appreciate you. Keep up the good work. Yes, sir. I can't get your workshop to open after I downloaded it. My worksheet. I don't have a worksheet. What do you mean? Are you talking about the custom SKUs? Let me know if that's what you're talking about. And if so, I'll probably have to just help you directly. Lots of people have had issues with it because either they have an Apple product, and mine is through Word. But there are ways that you can get it transferred over. Hillary, what's that thing you talking about? Yeah, Hillary said, Tammy, do you mean his custom SKU document? She's a genius and she knows how to convert it to another platform. I also look up every item I sell liquidation, and I'm flirting with going back to the basics, and that is thrifting. I personally would not do liquidation. I'm not saying that you can't make a ton of cash in liquidation, but that's the thing. That's like the epitome of competition in the market because when those liquidators get a hold of that stuff, like they're fire selling, everything must go now. So literally millions of items flood the market and everybody has them and everybody's racing to the bottom. So that's like the opposite of going out to thrift. Thrifting is for usually like one-offs, you know what I mean? Liquidation is for not one-offs. It's for a lot offs. What's up, Gil? How you doing? Okay, that's what I thought. Hmm. what you thought. 501s. Hmm. Okay. What's up, Josh, man? This is Josh. This is the whole reason why I'm doing this live stream. This guy's live from earlier. He lit a fire under me. And it's such an incredible topic, and it's such a valid topic. And Josh, I give you all the props. I started this out giving you props for your topic. Because you know, what's the word? Flattery is what's when you copy somebody's idea? Something about flattery. Somebody knows it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Can't think of it right now. Now don't sell vintage 501. Sold two pairs for 501s for 100. You can definitely get more. Yeah, Ashley, that this is for you. Don't sell them for 25. Please don't sell them for 25 again. I got the honey hole and I ain't telling nobody where it is. Yeah, I'm gonna come find it. I'm coming to your town tomorrow and I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna put it on YouTube. Buyer looked for years. Keep it Jesus, actually. Absolutely. She was incredibly happy. I had somebody buy a t-shirt they got from me from what's up, Darren? That their mom bought them on a Disney vacation that they had for 20 years and it was falling apart. And they found one in my store and they bought it. And they were like, this is to replace the one that I have that's falling apart now. And it's crazy how, something that small can make that big of a difference in somebody's life. And all you did was just save it from the landfill. It's a guy who has on his YouTube banner for people telling my secret thrifting spot, snitches get stitches. That's hilarious. If you're trying to open Marcus' custom SKU document and you don't have Microsoft Word on your computer, try opening it with Google Docs. Thank you, Hillary. Making the trip out to Palm Springs Benz this weekend. You got to love that 114-degree weather. Whew. Yeah, I don't feel bad for you. It was just 115, felt like 115 at the Benz last week while I was standing out in the line. It was miserable. I give people a few tips and tell them they have to do the research and do research by watching YouTube reseller videos, watching the retail market, and reading retail news. That's good advice. Hillary, always helping. Thank you for your consistency, Hillary. Hillary's a boss. Gotta love it. She's the best moderator out there. If y'all know a honey hole and do a YouTube or even social media, do not record or take pics of it. But if you decide to do because you're happy to do so in my area, I would be glad to go to them. Right. John, miss working with you. I'm a VRA member too. They have an affiliate code, I didn't, I'm not in it for all that. It's definitely a great program. 100% hands down, it's definitely a great program. But I'm not trying to get any affiliate links off that stuff. Glad I can know, because while I have used it, it's not something I use on the daily. Glad I can help. That's what Mark's channel is all about. Thanks, Hillary. Be relatable. That is key. Man, I'm way far behind. Yo, what's up, Mike? Always been on here. Always on here dropping the goods, off topic ish. Just check the Discord. The morning call switching up for sure. Just checking because I'll be more available again. Yeah, 7 a.m. I'm switching it to 7 a.m. tomorrow, Central Time. Yeah, Marcus is one of the real East ones. I try to be. Hey, John, I can't believe you're in this chat. Put the hard work in. Watch all your YouTube videos. Demand is always changing. That's true. We watch a lot of YouTube selling and all your vids. Josh has a lot of value. Find somebody that isn't a relative to get it for you. Yeah, that's a great suggestion right there. You're so correct. You always have to adjust in this resale game. Yep. That's great to hear. I hope you're doing well. I've got to get off here. Y'all have a great night. If everyone would quit watching those channels that have 100K subs or more, they would go away. No, they wouldn't. Somebody else would start watching. One sell in 2 days, but staying positive and still listing. Some days I sell 7, so just going to go with the flow. That's the thing. Even with me, right? I've got 8,800 items. There's days where I only sell 20 items, right? The other day I had a $306 day. That's not what I'm in it for, but we can't control everything. All we can control is what we put in our store, how we list it, what we price it at, and keep it moving. Hit the thumbs up to make sales. I promise it works. You heard the lady. I hardly release YouTube videos. I'm too busy working on local sales and all the platforms. My bread and butter is my website and the platforms. Selling is fun. Yeah, I put out YouTube videos and I do all this stuff, and it's a grind. It's a crazy grind. Uh, which watch the YouTube video tomorrow, guys, while I explain what's going on in my business and all the new changes coming up. I lived in Atlanta for a minute, was on a film there for a few months before I went to Cali in the late 90s. What movie was you on, man? Stop playing. Was you extra? Was you the guy on the phone in the restaurant? Tammy says she did it and it worked. Thanks, Hillary. Hillary's providing that value. Yo, you remember Nelly's clothing line? Yeah, Vocal. Found a piece of it back in the bins. I think most passed because they never heard of it. Yeah, all that stuff's trending right now too. Yep, absolutely. For a short time though. It's only going to be popular for just probably like another year. Flattery will get you everywhere. Nope, that's not it. Imitation is the sincere form of flattery. That's exactly the one I was looking for. Yep. Jared says, "Love you, Marcus, but I wouldn't tell Jesus where that place is." Jesus already knows where it's at, bro. Dixon's Pickens, imitation is the fondest form of flattery. That's verbatim the one that I was thinking of. Grabs and deals. All the rest of these are very similar along the same lines. I think it gets it now. We all bombarded the chat. Yeah, I appreciate it all though. Just selling trash on the computer. Use trash. Would you ever do whatnot? So speaking of whatnot, today randomly, right? I applied for whatnot 2 years ago, right? When whatnot just started popping off and everybody was jumping on the whatnot bandwagon, right? Like literally, you can go back and like look at my videos. I was in one storage unit, had one shelf in there and a bunch of hard goods, and I applied to whatnot, and they denied me. Um, they finally randomly out the blue today sent me a notification that they accepted my application, talking about some. We have reviewed your whatnot application, and you're accepted to sell on whatnot. Like y'all late to the party, man. I don't even want to sell on whatnot no more. Like you know so I think this is the thing though. I also learned this on Josh's channel as well, that the investors and the people that are putting a lot of money into whatnot are not seeing the results that they thought that they would see off the platform, and I think they're getting angry. And so whatnot's now going through all the people's applications, and then now they're letting everybody they're approving everybody to sell on the platform now to increase their profits, because if more people are selling on the platform, then the investors will see more of their money back. Therefore, the numbers will look better, so more investors will invest in the platform. So it's kind of like a Ponzi scheme in some ways, because in order to get more people to invest into it, you got to show better numbers. So now they're going to let everybody and their mama sell on the platform to increase their revenue. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I can't say I would never do it, eat, sleep, thrift, but I'm not doing it right now. VRA is Video Ranking Academy. It's exclusively on how to grow a YouTube channel. It's got nothing to do with reselling. Haha, just tell people that they will just laugh and leave you alone. The economy is taking its toll on thrifting. People are buying food, spending on travel and essential needs. That's very true. It's been a great time, everyone. Got to get back to work. Take it easy, man. Appreciate you coming and hanging out. Jesus was the one that sent them there. Absolutely. Marcus, it was a film called The War. I was a day player. AD. Okay, never heard of this movie. I don't know if it really exists, but Brian is a Christian, so he wouldn't do no lying. I have had buyers in the past contact me with some amazing heartfelt messages about items that I've sold them, because item brings back memories of someone or the past. Priceless. Yeah, absolutely. Good night, Hillary. Have a blessed evening. That's my real job, where I have to do adulting. Yeah. Whatnot starting to flop. Yeah. Sal, what's going on, bro? Appreciate you coming and hanging out, but we're about to hop off here. They need more volume. That's the kind of moving too fast. Yeah, absolutely. So really had a great time talking with you guys tonight. Very jam-packed with info and discussion back and forth. Probably one of my better lives that I've actually enjoyed doing with you guys. So make sure you guys check out the video tomorrow, man. Everything's changing inside my business, man. So Probably going to be a lot of negative comments, a lot of I told you so's, a lot of riffraff, but hey, gotta have thick skin to do YouTube, man. So tune in tomorrow, catch the video, see what's changing, see you heard it here first, so that way you know how it turns out and if it was worthy of me doing. So catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys. That's gonna do it for this one. Till that's gonna do it for this one. Catch you guys on the next one. Till then, let's make this